just check now. Say, as I check online now, say, as I look here, I say it fit sound. When I just see my check here now, I say this thing.
You not go be your phone.
Even this one where they take crowd sound, say no the one.
Play the video now. I want to play the video.
Are we going to be able to do that? Thank you. So let me be sure that some of the rudiments that you have been taking through in the course of the orientation, we have sort of imbibed them. The energy that we expect from an undergraduate of the University of Benin, because today you are going to become the uni best. Okay? The uni best. That's what you are going to become. And we expect, a lot of vibrancy, a lot of energy from you. I know that in the course of the orientation, you may have been put through the Uniben anthem. So we are going to rise. We are going to rise because that's how the ceremony will start. We will recite the national anthem, just the first stanza, and then the Uniben anthem, so that we can demonstrate what is expected of us. So please rise. For the first stanza of the national anthem, we are going to recite everything together. Do you have the Uniben anthem with you? Okay, anyhow, it's going to be projected. So you are going to recite gingerly together. So let's go. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear Lord, life sentence may be found. In brotherhood we stand. Lord, we join, Lord, we join, and pray with good our common goal. One heart and voice for all. We the purple clarion call. Arise, mighty knee bend, robed in your purple and gold, clad in your fertile green hem. No, let for service untold. Greatest Uniben. Good. We are not there yet. When I rise, mighty Uniben, half of the auditorium did not raise their hands. And then the point at which you enter, some of you did not get it. So we are going to do that again. National anthem was perfect. But Uniben anthem, we will do one more time. Hopefully we get it. If we don't get it, until we get it, we will not sit. And so listen to when you are coming in. Follow my cue. All over the wide, wide world are fruitful works on fire. What we sowed with joy and pride, with good our common goal. One heart and voice for all. We the purple clarion call. Arise, mighty Uniben, robed in your purple and gold, clad in your fertile green hem, nor let for service untold. Greatest Uniben. Beautiful, beautiful. Clap for yourselves. And so please, we are going to do it even better when the ceremony starts. So let me not let you lose your voices, your mellifluous voices. So you will sit, relax when the ceremony starts. And please do not forget, in the course of the procession, the Vice Chancellor's procession, we are all going to stand expectedly. And then when they enter, the point at which I mentioned the number one citizen of our university, the Vice Please rise for the Vice Chancellor's procession. The Vice Chancellor's procession is led in by the Deputy Registrar, Senate Matters, and on the Vice Chancellor we have directors of institutes, directors of centers, directors of academic programs, deans of the various faculties, the chairman, university's admission board, the dean of students, Provost College of Medical Sciences, Provost College of Postgraduate Studies, principal officers of the university, and so heartily, together we welcome the Vice Chancellor, University of Benin, Professor Edoba Omorege, SAN. So, as we remain standing, we shall take the first stanza of the national anthem, followed by the University of Benin anthem. Nigeria, we hail thee. Amen. Please sit. The number one citizen of the great University of Benin. Let's clap if you want to clap. Our Vice Chancellor and learned silk, the very distinguished Professor Edoba Omoyegi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Other principal officers of our great university, the provosts, deans, directors, other university officials here seated, students' union executives, parents, guardians, and sponsors, matriculating students, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's my singular privilege to welcome you all to this joyous 2025-2026 matriculation of fresh undergraduates of the great University of Benin this Wednesday, 28th January 2026. I now respectfully invite the Registrar of the University and Secretary to the Governing Council, Mr. Ademola Bobola, to commence matriculation proceedings. Mr. Registrar.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, before we proceed any further, I really want to take permission that you allow me to continue to abide by the protocol as duly established by Dr. Mrs. Benedicta Hanere, the PRO of this university. Please, let's give her a round of applause. On this occasion, I'm pleased to, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the university authorities, announce to you our own Vice Chancellor. I want to present him to you because you have been hearing so much, but this is the first time you are coming in direct contact with him. So I want to present him and those other members of management, the deans, the provosts, the deans, and the directors who are piloting the affairs of the various academic enterprise of this university. You have been hearing so much about our Vice Chancellor, but you have just started because as you go through this course of your admission into this university, you have a lot of time to interact with him. But I want to plead that it should be on the positive note from what you have encountered during the orientation program. In the last 2 days, you have been going through rigorous training about what the university is all about. So our Vice Chancellor is a man who has distinguished himself in the world of academia and also in the world of his career. He's a distinguished scholar in the law discipline. And when you are in law, you are exposed to different disciplines in this world. So if you see him talking about engineers, about aerospace engineering, about medicine, it's because of his background in law, which exposes him to different aspects. After distinguishing himself here, he was recognized as a senior advocate of Nigeria, which is the highest point of any particular practicing lawyer in this country. And so it's my singular honor and privilege to present to us today our dear Vice Chancellor, Professor Edoba B. Omoyegi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Yes, give him a rousing, yes. So let's give him a round of applause once again. Yeah, thank you. And for you to know, historically, the Vice Chancellor is the 11th substantive Vice Chancellor. that is duly appointed for that tenure, is 11th in that number. Before him, we had about 10. And all of them distinguished citizens of this country, even outside. The first vice chancellor happens to be a foreigner when this university was established. So it's occupying the 11th position. So for your historical knowledge, please keep that. The vice chancellor is assisted today by very distinguished scholars. First among them is the deputy vice chancellor administration. He's a professor of over almost 3 decades now. He has been a professor and is still professing. He's in the biochemistry aspects of the university. Is Professor Christopher Osubo, Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration. I'm sure those in that area of discipline should give him a very, very great applause once again. Those in biochemistry and related sciences. Even those of you in medicine, you have a taste of biochemistry in the course of your studies here. We have also with the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor academic. He is a distinguished scholar, this one from the Faculty of Education, and is also a distinguished chief in the palace of the Oba of Benin Kingdom. Professor Victor Igbineweka. We have with us today the man who keeps the purse, the money of the university. We don't know how big it is. He's the only one who can tell us whether it is big or small. And he will brief the Vice Chancellor. The bursar of this university, Mr. Osifo, Osas Osifo, the bursar of this university, is a distinguished fellow of different accounting bodies. We have somebody I refer to as the Cinderella of management. She's very beautiful and she's also brilliant. When you combine academic with also character and so on. Professor Jane Abba, the university librarian. Well, the next person I want to present, maybe after some years, you will go to his college, is the Provost College of Postgraduate Studies. He has served in different capacities, had been a Deputy Vice Chancellor before, he had been Dean of a faculty, and currently is the first and the pioneer provost of that college, Professor David Izeko. Very closely seated to him, there are the 2 provosts on the campus. So when you say provost, we'll ask you which of the provosts you are talking about. This one is College of Medical Sciences, where you have medicine, you have so many of the medical disciplines, dentistry and so on and so forth. Professor Wilson Sado, provost of that college. But we now have the man who is in charge of all the students. There are 701,000 students. He's the one in charge of them, both the one you can see here and the one you cannot see immediately. He is the Dean Student Affairs, Professor Freddy Ekaise. I was expecting you to clap for him more than that. Well, thank you. Is the man you will see most often. The Vice Chancellor may not be easy to reach because of official engagements both within and outside. The man who gave you the leeway before you entered, who is in charge of admission, is the director of admission, is a distinguished professor. Professor Etiosa Igbinosa, the director of university admission. So you know how much of pressure some of you exerted on the university for you to have admission here. That's the man who had been carrying the pressure. And also we have the Dean Faculty of Arts, Professor Benson Osadolo. The Dean School of Basic Clinical Sciences, Professor Vijay Ekanem. We have the Dean School of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor H.B. Osadolo. The Dean Faculty of Computing, Professor Mrs. V.V.N. Akukuma. The Acting Dean School of Dentistry and NAM of the College of Medical Sciences, Professor Mrs. J.E. Enabulele. The Faculty of Education Dean is a brand new dean. Is Professor Elvis Agbolao, the Dean of course, we have with us the Dean of Engineering, Professor Kingsley Ogbede. We have a man who has studied in different places. He wears the toga of Russia. When you look at his gown, it's a reflection of that particular place. And that's the Professor Egiato Iruwe Raphael, Dean, Faculty of Environmental Sciences. Give your Dean a round of applause. Yeah, let's encourage the Dean. We have also with us today the Dean whom I call the boss of my boss. Most of you know my boss. Who is my boss? You don't know. The Vice Chancellor is my boss. Can anybody be the boss of my boss? You may have to think about that. The Dean Faculty of Law, where the Vice Chancellor comes from. Professor Bright Bazwaye. We have the Dean Faculty of Life Sciences, Professor T.O.T. Imobe. Of course, we have the Dean Faculty of Management Sciences, Professor Mrs. E.E. Evairo Osage. Professor Eno Enaruna is today representing the Dean School of Medicine. Please let's give him a round of applause. We have the Pro Tem Dean, Faculty of Nursing Science. After medicine, that's the course that most of you run into. He's a man, he's not a woman. So don't expect a woman to be the dean now. Professor F.U. Okafo, the Dean of Nursing. We also have with us today the Pro Tem Dean, Faculty of Optometry, Professor Mrs. Aubrey. We have the brand new Dean of Physical Sciences, Professor Ibezim Mgbebu. We also have the Pro Tem Dean, Faculty of Science, Laboratory, Technology, Professor J.O. Osarunwese. And we have also the Acting Dean, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Professor S.A. Babalola. Well, I guess that faculty is in the minority, but you can give your dean a better shout of applause. We have another distinguished scholar, this time around a female in vocational and technical education. Professor E.E. Uko Aviomo. We have Professor U.K. Omoibo is the Director Center for Part-Time Programs. Please, let's give him a round of applause. Solidarity. We have Professor Mrs. Lucy Erakwemen, the Director Center for Distance Learning Program. Let's give her a round of applause. I think the camera should be able to pick her there. She's here. If you have not seen her here, blessed are those who have not seen, yet believe. We have with us the Director of Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer Office. We call it IPTTO Office. Professor Solomon Omoniwo. We have the Director, Tedford Center for Aquaculture and Food Technology, Professor Mrs. Ijoma Obo. Also, we have with us the Director of Quality Assurance, Professor Peter I. Sede. The Director of University Advancements and Alumni Relations, whom you will still be relating with in the course of time, a former orator of this university. You will see his face always on the media, talking to them about issues about this country and beyond. Professor Eddie Eragbe, please let's give him a round of applause. And we have also the Director of General Studies, Professor N. Ohomba. The Director Center for Research Laboratory, Professor B. Ikajagwe. We have the Director, University of Benin, Industrial Training Center, Professor Engineer S.D. Iyeke. We have the Director, Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, that many of you've registered on, at least to pilot your affairs through your studies in this university. Professor E.E. Mariagwe. Give him solidarity support. Of course, we have the Acting Director, Institute of Education, located in our Ekewa campus. That's where the University of Benin started from in 1970. Dr. K. Imaswe. We have another director from that particular campus. That's the Director, Institute of Public Administration and Health Services Management, Dr. John Osagai. We have the Director, Center for Educational Technology, Dr. Mrs. N.B. Agaowa. Well, you should not be tired of clapping. No. Today is a day of celebration. You must continue to clap. And we have the Director of Uniben Environmental Marshal Services, Dr. E.O. Osagiobari. We have the Director of Academic Planning, represented here today, Dr. Mrs. O.M. Edeki. We have the Director of Servicom, Professor C.E. Oshoma. You have also the Director of Equipment Maintenance Center, Professor C.E. Akabwe. The officer of the university who led the VC entourage is Mrs. Sia Egato, the Deputy Registrar in charge of Senate Matters. Let's give all of them a round of applause. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, may I respectfully invite you to declare matriculation open.
You may be seated, please. In the exercise of the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council and the Senate of the University of Benin, and all other powers enabling me to do so, I declare the 2025-2026 matriculation ceremony open.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, may I request the representatives of all first degree matriculating students. Please let me explain that this is a hybrid ceremony. For we have about 22 faculties, we have different centers. To pack everyone here would have been about 16,000 of you. It would have been too much. This facility would not be able to contain everyone. So what we have you as representatives. I think you are a privileged group. I think you should give yourself a round of applause. Yes. For every group, we have about 30 representing the whole lot. So, and you've been found worthy. Among you two, when the time comes for signature, I think we have about 2 of you representing each faculty. So, may I request you all now, who are first degree matriculating students from the faculties of or schools of agriculture, arts, basic medical sciences, communications and media arts, computing, dentistry, education, engineering, environmental sciences, law, life sciences, management sciences, medicine, nursing sciences, optometry, pharmacy, physical sciences, science laboratory, technology, social sciences, veterinary medicine, vocational and technical education, and all those related disciplines. Please remain standing. Everyone should stand up. Now, please, let's go through the matriculation oath, which I'm sure has been given to you beforehand. And you repeat after me. The only one is the second leg that you have to put your name when the time comes. I want you to shout your name so that everybody will hear. The matriculation oath now. I hope you are ready. On admission to membership of the University of Benin, Benin City. I put your name there now. We have not heard that your name very well. Let your name ring bell everywhere. Yes, I know some agents of God, they are passing. So when they hear your name, you can be sure everything will work out for you. Solemnly and sincerely promise and declare that I will pay due respect and obedience to the Vice Chancellor and officers of the university. That I will faithfully obey all rules and regulations which may from time to time be issued by them for the university's good order and governance. I shall maintain harmony with my colleagues throughout my stay in the University of Benin. So help me God. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you these men and women who have been deemed worthy of being admitted as students of the University of Benin. May I respectfully invite you to admit these students into our university. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir.
So you remain standing. In the exercise of the powers conferred on me by the Senate of the University of Benin and all other powers enabling me to do so, and subject to your signing the matriculation register, I hereby admit you to full membership of the University of Benin. Congratulations.
I join the Vice Chancellor to congratulate you warmly, and I pray that you have great success at the end of your studies in this university. Please take your seats for now. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, before I proceed to the next aspect, just to tell us, I know the PRO, maybe before closing, we will still introduce some, but I know I have with us those I can readily recognize. The Director of Examination and Students Records is a distinguished engineer, a former dean. Is also here on this occasion. I think he should stand up so that he's duly recognized. Please, let's give him a round of applause. We also have the students' leadership, the student union leadership here. I know I can recognize two of them. I know there's Blessing Samuel, who is the acting president of the student union. The other one is Joy. Maybe I can't pick your other name, but she's the Attorney General of the Students' Union. So the actual Director of Academic Planning is here. That's Professor Sewehai. He's also in the, on the other side there. I know we have the PRO, maybe the speaker, those other student union leaders, please stand up for recognition. Yes, we have come to the aspect of symbolic signing of the matriculation register, and I'm going to invite you one after the other, two per faculty or school. We start with agriculture. When we invite you, you come to this other site and you sign. After you've signed, the two of you will come to this place, you just take a bow, and then you go back to your seats. So that's the symbolic signing of the matric register. Agriculture, Agofure Joshua and Agbontain Joy Izeken. And faculty of arts should be getting ready. I'm sure you already know yourself. That's Omorogwe, Osawgwe Joy, and Osujoke, Sussex, Raphael. The man who is coordinating the signing there is the deputy registrar in charge of exams and records, Mr. Dennis Aigbe. Let's give him a round of applause. School of Basic Medical Sciences, Moses Otutu Daniel and Oroi Mohammed Maseda, Miss. In that manner too, Udo Anastasia and Osaropolo Favor should also proceed. Faculty of Communication and Media Arts. Faculty of Computing, Musa Oshoma Deborah and Ohiunwe Ikwawonsa Israel. You are going to be here. Come, come. This is where, let's see you here. The authorities are here before you go back. Face this side. Face this side. Okay, there you can go. Give them a round of applause. Follow the same pattern. Go to the center. Go to the center. Very well. Yes. Thank you. Give them a round of applause. Edo Idaosa, Scholastica, and Okoro Esioma from Dentistry. From Faculty of Education, Smith Esosa and Okoromi Prudence Princess. Education. Faculty of Engineering, Otoide, Abraham, and Okodua, Precious Wanosi. Faculty of Environmental Sciences, Mba Ikechuku Emmanuel and Obetina Ugotinyere Olive, Miss. And those from Faculty of Law, Omoyi Azza Osasu and Mustafa Aisha, Miss. The Faculty of Life Sciences should get ready. Isi Wuso, Ifeanyi Jude, and Aibu Edefe, Sussex or Sasseri. Faculty of Life Sciences. It, uh, no, that's Life Sciences signing. Management Sciences. Ojie Maxwell, Prosper, and Anigoro Ejirogene Benedicta. School of Medicine, Osagiagbon, David Winosa, and Nnanna Ezenwo Nkomachi Pride. Nursing Sciences, Chukwuka Miracle, and Irabo Omonio Benedicta. Optometry, Efosa Derek Osaze, and Palama Naomi Miss. Pharmacy, Aiguokun Osasoge, God's Will, and Egbe Divine. Egbe Divine. What of the second? Where is Osasoge God's Will? You are God's Will. What of Divine? Egbe. Faculty of Pharmacy. Okay, you are far away. And then quickly, for Physical Sciences, Ikure, Ernest Ikure, Nkem Chinwe, Favor. Faculty of Science Laboratory Technology, Oluchukwu Marvelous, Osaitin, and Esemuede, Praise. Social Sciences, Onigo, Promise, Osase, and Asekoi, Good Luck, Oshoma. Okay. We have SPECI, those in SPECI programs. Agbedion, Erunwese, and Iyagwaye Hope, Miss. Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Ayeni Sharon Etinome, and Osarubwe, Restoration Ahogoza. for someone when they're about to, this is about to. Very hot. This particular section. Yes, it's down. You should face up. Somebody should just help us raise it up. It will be facing this place. Let it blow this way. No, it's just to face up. It's down. It's said, let it look up. Eh? You cannot go up. Okay. Ojo? Mr. Vice Chancellor, the symbolic signing of the matriculation register has been completed successfully, and may I respectfully invite you to address this assembly. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. Please, let's give the Vice Chancellor a round of applause.
Please sit down. The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Akewan Campus in Ascension, the Registrar of the University, the Bursar of the University, the Librarian of the University, distinguished matriculants, my Lord, spiritual and temporal, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University Senate, management and staff, it is my pleasure to welcome you all and to address our new undergraduates as your Vice Chancellor at this ceremony marking the 2025-2026 matriculation of the University of Benin. This year's matriculation is particularly significant because a lot of our matriculating students are pioneers of the 17 newly introduced courses and programs in the university. I therefore congratulate them and all who have been given admission to this great citadel of learning. At this ceremony, a total of 15,077 students are being admitted formally into the various faculties, schools, centers, and programs, up from about the 10,000 admitted in the 2024-2025 academic session. I thought you were going to clap for that. You have been admitted on merit. Therefore, merit and excellence should be your watchword, your academic sojourn here at the University of Benin. This is a first-generation university and one of the most sought after in sub-Saharan Africa. In the last 55 years of its existence, the University of Benin has strived to maintain its reputation of excellence in teaching, learning, and impactful research. Our attention to meaningful community engagement is also part of our strengths. These values are expressed clearly in the university's motto of, quote, knowledge for service, end of quote. The university's major focus is to raise men and women who will be useful to themselves and to the society at large. Hence, our robust investments in high-level manpower and infrastructure to ensure that you will fulfill our expectations of you. My dear matriculating students, your business here is well spelled out, and that is to learn what you do not know and to unlearn any negative habit that is capable of impeding your progressive aspiration in the university and in society at large. I therefore urge you to be focused and to shun all forms of distractions in the course of your academic pursuit. The University of Benin forbids you to engage in activities associated with secret court, selling and use of illicit drugs, alcoholism, prostitution, examination malpractice, and all forms of immorality, as well as social vices. Let me put it on record, and very clearly so, that anyone caught engaging in any of these nefarious activities will be shown the way out of the university. I urge you to engage meaningfully with your lecturers, your colleagues, and other staff that you will be interfacing with in the course of your studies. You are urged also to obey school rules and regulations, because your ultimate end year, at the point of graduation, will be determined on the basis of your character as well as your learning. Under my watch as your Vice Chancellor and your father figure in this community, an enabling environment has been provided for you to learn and to develop yourselves. I must put it on record that I myself was a student here, just like you. So for those who don't know, I'm telling you now that about November of 1987, I also matriculated just like you are doing now. This is a peaceful and serene community, as you can notice. Take advantage of the sporting activities and the facilities that you are going to encounter and other extracurricular activities provided by the university. The summary of which is that you should make the best of your time here. I thank our respected parents, guardians of these bright minds, and their sponsors for the confidence reposed in the University of Benin by bringing your children here for us to mold. Once again, I congratulate the new students and welcome you to the University of Benin that we all proudly call UniBest. Let me hear you say UniBest. May God guide you all in your endeavors and help you to actualize the reason for which you are here. Thank you for listening, and God bless.
Let's put our hands together again for the Vice Chancellor. I have the microphone and I'll quickly take some recognitions. First, let me acknowledge the Dean, Faculty of Pharmacy. He was inadvertently not recognized. Professor Igodaro Igbe, please put your hands together. We welcome amongst us some special officials of the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board. We welcome the Zonal Director of the Board, Philomena Aselai. Welcome, Madam. Join me also to welcome the Zonal Auditor, Benin Zonal Office of JAM, Mr. Darins Adeleke. Welcome. I'd like to recognize formally the Director, Exams and Students Records, Professor Felix Aisien. Welcome, sir. Please put your hands together. Put your hands. You'll be interfacing with him in the course of your studies, so better look at him very well and clap for him. We welcome the Director, Academic Planning, Professor Joseph Osemehai. Welcome, Prof. And our very dynamic Students' Union executives are here. The Acting President of the Students' Union, Comrade Joseph Nedinso. Welcome. Put your hands together. More, more, more. Don't mind me, I'm doing feminism. All right, so we will welcome very specially also the Students' Union Attorney General, Comrade Joy Orji. Welcome. We welcome the Vice Chairman of the National Association of Nigerian Students. We welcome you very heartily. Welcome. Join me also to welcome the Students' Union Director of Sports, Aroketa Sani. Welcome. We welcome the Students' Union Public Relations Officer, Godwin Ahonsi. Welcome. The registrar has asked me to announce that these students, Osai Success Treasure, Igbinoba Osas Lambert, they are to sign for the Faculty of Vocational and Technical Education. Yes, thank you. I now hand over the microphone once again to the registrar of the university. Please encourage the registrar. Please, sir.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, today has been so unique and so blessed. The environment has been so serene and perfect. And everybody is happy about what has happened today, which is symbolic. So I think we deserve some round of applause for ourselves. Let's also clap for the Vice Chancellor and all the distinguished members of his entourage and authorities of this university. And then to the one who has been, who he is, and who will continue to be, God Almighty, let's give him a shout of applause. Mr. Vice Chancellor, it is on this note that I respectfully invite you to declare matriculation closed. Mr. Vice Chancellor.
In the exercise of the powers conferred on me by the Governing Council, Senate of the University, and all other powers enabling me to do so, I declare the 2025-2026 matriculation ceremony closed.
The matriculation is closed, but please, Mr. Vice Chancellor, I crave your indulgence. The Vice Chairman, National Association of Nigerian Students, his name is Comrade Joseph Ugbo. Welcome. And so let's rise for the Uniben anthem and then the national pledge. Uniben anthem. All over the wide world, what we saw pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity, uphold and honor. Why did you rush it? Is it to go and eat rice that you are doing that? So please remain standing. The Vice Chancellor's procession will leave the auditorium. Remain standing, please. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. And thank you, Vice Chancellor's entourage.